Hey, welcome back everyone to McNeil's Garage. I'm Sean McNeil. We are finally going to get going on the 94 Impala. More details here coming up. Alright, we have got our torque converter back for the Impala. CRT, Champion Racing Transmissions out of Florida. You know, we are all human. I hope y'all can hear me because it's raining. But anyway, we are all human. We make mistakes. I don't know what happened, but they had a different snout on it. I sent it off Monday at 2 o'clock. It went to UPS at 2 o'clock Monday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon, he texted me and said that he's received the torque converter. The torque converter's fixed, and he's putting it back in the mail on Wednesday. We went out of town this past weekend. We went down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, whatever. We go every year with our church, CYC Conference Youth Convention, and so it came, I think, on a Friday. So today is Monday. So we are going to slam that thing in the transmission. And while we had it down, I went ahead and put a new seal, front seal in the transmission while I had it down, along with the springs, everything else. So at least was doing something. But anyway, I'm gonna slam that in the transmission, slam it on in the engine, put the cross member on, try to get all that done, get the shift linkage all hooked up, and get it back down on the ground so I can start doing some stuff. All right, let's go ahead and take a look if y'all can see. Got a transmission up in there. Oh, no bolts in it yet. There's the transmission. Got everything lined up, sitting on the pin, dowel pins. So now I need my bolts. Well, it's been over a week since I had it up in there, and y'all know I changed the springs out and stuff. But oh, look at there. Training bolts, torque converter bolts. Organize your bolts, people. Just make it so much easier when you get ready to put everything back. Header bolts, the volley bolts, knock sensors. So yeah, here's all the transmission bolts and torque converter bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and we'll be back. You know, every year after the holidays, I call it the post-holiday get-together. We always have a get-together here at the garage. Friends, family, racing people, whoever wants to come, we have a little get-together. And we was talking about tools, and they were saying something about this one tool. I was like, why would you ever use that? Oh, they said it makes it so much easier to get to the transmission bolts. Well, I've got all these other things. Talking about extensions. You know, I always put the 12, 8, 6-inch extensions together, and they curve like this. You got to aim it way up in the air. Well, when I was down in Gatlinburg, I went to one of those tool stores they have down there, and I found one. And I was got done using it. Thing's like a 3-foot long. Well, right there it is. 3-foot, 30-inch something long extension. And it came with all these other extensions. So yes, first time I ever used it, I never did understand why they always had them in there. But a huge shout out to Wes Smith and Jamie Kane, because they the one we was out here talking about it. And they said, you need to get one if you ever do a transmission install or take it out. That's the bomb. So there you go, tip of the day. Get a long extension instead of adding a bunch of them together, and it has a droop in it like a rainbow. So I'm gonna tighten the rest of these up and I'll be back. All right, so we got the transmission in there. Got the torque converter all hooked up. I got the shifter in there. Got the shifter hooked up down here. I'll bring y'all in here in a second. And got the linkage all hooked up.
Hello.
And there's my wife.
What are you doing?
I am working on the transmission. Trying to get the transmission hooked up. So, but I'm glad you're here.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have my wife help me tonight. I'm gonna have to put her inside and shift to make sure everything's working. So glad you're here.
Oh, thanks.
So this ought to be fun. So we're back in a second. I gotta get the car on the ground. All right, so my wife just came in and she says dinner's ready, so I'm going to go eat dinner here in a second. But before we do that, let's try this gear shift. I need to get the light in here. Hang on. All right, so maybe that's a little better. You can see the shifter right around through there somewhere. So my wife's going to open the door and she's going to climb in. All right, let's try it out.
Okay.
Shove it forward. No, you shouldn't have to pick that up. Shove it forward. Shove it forward again. No, shove it forward. Okay, now pick it up. Shove it forward. Let it down. Shove it forward. Shove it forward again. All right, pick it up. There you go. There's park. All right, now bring it all the way back. This, you got to pick it up. Let it down. Pull it back. Let it down. Pull it back. Pick it up. Pull it back. Pull it back. All right.
That's all complicated.
You're gonna be a drag racer before you know it.
Oh yeah.
All right, just hang on to it right there a second.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna jack the car back up and make sure the thing goes in park. So, be right back. All right, we're under the car. I hope you all can see. I don't know if you see that or not. Here's the gear shift linkage, and my lovely assistant is going to go through it, and she's got the light up there, so let me back up a little bit. All right, Wendy, see what happens. Huh. That should be parked. All right, you're gonna be a drag racer before you know it. I need to get her down because apparently she don't like being up there.
No, I don't.
Say hi.
Fetch me down.
Yeah, fetch me down. All right. Huh?
That's up.
Here, record. Record where we're coming down. Not me, record out there. All right, so the gear shift should be done. I could put the driver's side headers on there now. I got some kind of a wrap. I'm gonna, hang on. Yeah, okay. I've got some kind of installation stuff that I need to put on the headers, because it's going to be really, really close to the gear shift linkages and stuff, and I don't like that. It just gets way too hot, I do believe. So, thanks for your help. Appreciate it. So I'm going to go in, eat a little dinner, and then come back out and probably stick the headers on there on the driver's side and see how that goes. So I'll be back here in a second. Say bye-bye. All right, I'm putting the driver's side header on because I got the linkage in there, the shift linkage. I don't need to put nothing else in there. I can't put the passenger side on yet, but I'm gonna put the driver's side on. I know people's want to tell me don't need to, but red RTV silicone high temp gasket maker. I put this on before on Trevor's old blue, and I just go right around the holes and let it squeeze out, and it tends not to leak a whole lot better because everyone knows how bad header gaskets leak. Does it make it a little bit messier? Yeah. But in the long run, it just seals everything up if everything's not nice and smooth. It'll be just right. So we're just going to put the driver's side headers on tonight. And probably call it a night. So I already got the 2 bolts in it. And read your gaskets, manifold side. So it goes just like this. So I got the front and back bolts in it. So I'm just going to go down there and plop this down like so. And voila. So now you go over here to your handy dandy header bolts, and get all your header bolts out. So I'm going to zip these things in there and I'll be back in a second. All right, got the headers on. You can see the red gasket maker. That's all right, you know, I mean, it makes it seal a whole lot better. I have found than just using a regular gasket to the heads. In my opinion, that's why I do all of mine. My buddy, one of my buddies, Courtney Booth, told me about it, and he does it on his race truck, and he don't have no problems with leaking, or used to not. I don't know if he does or not, but that's it. I can't put the other header on until I get the starter and wire and harness on, because I got to hook up the crank sensor, put the starter on, and then run the headers. So that's going to be a while when we do the electrical stuff. So, huge shout out to my awesome wife for helping me out today. Now she's got the grandkid, Maverick, so she ain't gonna help me out no more. But we're gonna call it a night. It's pouring down the rain. Hopefully next time you see it, we'll have all the accessories on it and getting ready for electrical soon. All right, Sean McNeil, McNeil's Garage, and
Nick,
saying see y'all later.